It's over here. Okay. Good morning, guys. Good morning. I hope you all are enjoying reading your, coming back to the zone of your school style, and your colleges have started taking the lectures and ongoing with their speeds because yes, they are in a very hurry to deal with all the things. So yes, rather than making it more boring for you, let's come to the point. Our topic. As I said you previously, that we'll try to cover up most of your semester's portion. So we don't know how how immediately they cope up giving you exams when they start with their colleges and stuff. So let's go with the one more chapter, and again after that let's go with making it more. We'll try to go for poetry and prose sections. So it won't be too lengthy for you. It won't be too even boring for you. So let's go with the chapter the enemy. What do you understand by the word the enemy? Enemy is always doesn't mean the person who we hate. Enemy is not always the person whom we just don't want in front of us, or someone who's not in the zone to poke up with the time that it become like that we hate that person, or it's just like the opposite that we don't like his qualities, his personality, or her personality, or something. It's just a simple meaning that we hate that person. But what if we describe the enemy in some other manner? Like if we go over the dealing with the sections of having a bond, like if we take it to the zone of the World War times, or if we take to the zone of the war sections, there the enemy is the person who's opposite to us, who's against our nation. Right now that we are seeing the war between, you know, almost we are hearing the World War III word everywhere in the news, breaking World War III, World War III. Okay, the war that is China is trying to get against us, and India is trying to protest, and many more countries are just supporting India to get that revenge of sending a lovely corona stuff COVID-19 where we all are being quarantined. Okay, so how does it gonna be? So as usual, I come with you to talk first about the writer, because everywhere the author or the writer itself has some other connection that is related to his topic that he wants to be. So I guess we should be firstly clear who is he, what is his writing, and his styling. So let's see. Paul Buck. Okay. Paul Buck was born in 1892. Okay, he was born in June 26. He was born in 1892. A born man. Okay. So even it's far longer than the way I am, you might be born. Okay. So what is he actually from? He is from nowhere than West Virginia. So obviously, imagine parents, Virginia completely goes for the foreign side. Okay, US, a country. So maybe someday the connections we keep on finding about him. He was the fourth of seven children. So he was a man, okay, who was the fourth child of his parent. Okay, we are still one or two in the ratios. Long way. And he was born that was near the end of, completely the United States when I've seen. It has some other connection with the United States, but his provisions is something a connection of junction of Yangtze. It is a place in Japan. So he is completely a man, who is and US part. Okay. Now I'm like go on finding out the legs. Okay. But if you say like, why then he has written so much of book, what is his scenario, and what are the stuff? So Bucks is always someone who had published several stories. He had wrote several stories, several essays, and that too in the era of 1920s. So 1920s is a part where he started writing. Okay, now writing essays and story. What kind of stories or essays that he might be writing? So, such as Manson, such as he had written for the Nation, the Chinese recorder. Okay, just listen up the name because it gives some kind of link to the chapter that we are going on. And this writing style that we actually have to bring up part of connection to what the chapter is. So the first is the nation, then the Chinese recorder, then we have Atlantic Monthly. Okay, and then these first novel came the East Wind, and then the West Wind was published. So somewhere or the other way, the connection keeps on, having a bond with it. Now, what does kind of bond that gives us? A bond like, a publisher for the second novel when he wrote, it was The Good Earth. Now, he wrote several stories that is related to nation. He wrote essay giving the statements for this nation only. His novels actually talks about the bond of nation. Yeah, bond of nations, somewhere or other. Like the East Wind, West Wind, having more scenario links. Then why I think how does the chapter connects each other? The chapter for book or book, if I say that he writes something, his writing style is nothing but talking about nation about where several things happens. We have army, we have things, we have war session because already it belongs to 1892. We started in 1920. So there is somewhere the connection of world wars. There is somewhere the connection of the people during that world war situation. So he is nothing but a man who died in 1973. Okay, almost to his 81st birthday. So, in short, he is the placement of over thousands of children who know about something, but he had connected the bond of a theme in the style of nation. So, now this shows me that the chapter, let's come to it. My chapter, the enemy is nothing but it talks about somewhere the nation scenario, somewhere that is going to show me about the war stuff. Not completely, will say, but yes, the war stuff. Not can be. Okay? So I guess that's more enough. I gave you a bit of summary about it. And I hope that's almost clear. So we can finally jump to the chapter. The chapter has long pages to read up for you might be. But it even have it might be a long stuff, but it gives me a point of something that gives me a moral lessons. Not kind of moral lessons that we learn from the chapter enemy. Okay, enemy is something and we have to learn. So it's nothing but something, the story is all time on the World War. So, okay. So when you start reading it, when you read the first, open the chapter, there are four worded lines in italics. It shows about the war, time of the war. And being a doctor, Dr. Sidhu, what is his responsibility to own? So, if I say you are in a college or something, you have an enemy, but you have to meet your enemy daily. Okay, meeting your enemy daily without any, say like just walk up, no option. You guys have been made sit next to each other. You have no option rather than to face each other. Or maybe we can say that you have been appointed with the same project and you have to work together. That's the worst thing that can ever happen, that I hate somebody and I'm getting the work to deal with that person. So let's take it that way and let's find out something that it's not always about something hating somebody. It's something more than that. That we can make things work together. Even though hate is not like a word that we should always entitle. There is more thing that we need to learn. Okay? So let's see. I begin with giving you a summary. Okay? Then I'll proceed with your giving a theme. Let's wait. The story is about the time of World War. Okay, the one thing we got to know, it's a time of World War. Now you will say World War between what? And the enmity between Japan and America in the background. So its background, it's set between Japan and America. Okay, we try to cover so much. So An American prisoner, okay, so let me give. An American prisoner was actually being, uh, कहाँ से भाग गया था इलेक्ट्रॉनिक kids. I'll not summarize it like he was washed away, he was sentimental. He had run away to save his life. So, let's go with the theme that we found it set for the World War. It has these things. Let's come to the character. Who are the characters? Unless I until know the characters, I won't be able to define what are their roles and why are they here. So characters, it has interesting and small character, and there are only two characters who make the whole scene, and the wide focus is only on one fellow, that is Dr. Sidhu. He is the most important character because he is the one who's looking for everything, right from start till the end goes to him. Then Mr. Shoni wife, whose name is nothing but she is beautiful. Now why she is beautiful, even I'll tell that. He is a person who Japanese. He belongs to Japan, so he's Japanese. This lady is American. Yeah, constantly they love each other, they are married. So we have no option then, being like, oh. Then we have the other character that is nothing but General. Okay. General Takima. He is the general of Japanese army. Okay, Takima. He is Japanese army general. Okay, so we have one more character to talk about. What is that going up with? Then we have few small characters that doesn't play the whole part but are somewhere important, giving us a gist of a change like what kind of human are we? Okay, so we have Yumi. Yumi nurse. Obviously, you might have understood that he's a doctor. Yumi is nurse of this doctor, Sulu. Then we have gardener. Now I will say why gardener. So Gardner has been his house since childhood. So he is a specialist in moss, finest moss garden. So he used to keep the garden very happy. Okay, because he was in start with him since birth of Sulu. Okay. Then we have no one else. Then two more characters. The cook. Obviously, cook is for what? Obviously for cooking the house, or cooking in the house. And it was not he, it was she, okay? So, and finally, Tom. The other second major character. First one I said is Dr. Sedo. Second other major character is Tom. Now, who is he? He is an American prisoner. So now, the story, a Chinese man, American prisoner. Especially the time of war, kind of war it is gonna be, right? So yeah, that's how its scene is gonna be. Character measure 1, character measure 2, okay, rolling all the things. Time of World War between Japan and America. Now, how does the scene gonna go on? Dr. Sulu, from childhood, when you start reading it described that when he was childhood, his house was having stone rocks over there. And it was made of something that always is similarly to how look of rocks and all the things. His father always wanted him to, study and go swim hard. So his house was built on the Japanese sea or coast. You see, just understand having a coast. My house is just built next to the coast. It seemed like, oh, I'm living a peaceful life, right? So, what does it mean to have, that extra feeling up? So that was sort of was hard built. His father is what not like a person who's very frank, having fun, lifetime enjoyment. No. He rather spent his time the pains upon him. Like sometimes he's so strict Not because he just wanted him to be like roaming around. Obviously, every parent be strict for their children to have some good future. Okay, like that we always do. Same thing goes with it. So, how was his childhood gonna be? It like meaning around having more things to learn. Things goes on and on and on and on. Now what? Is at the age of 22. It was starting with the childhood, but the main thing start when he was at the age of 22. The age of 22 is not a small age. You complete your graduation, to be at certain age, to be kicked out of the family, to be independent, or you yourself want to go and earn, or if somebody wants to pursue their career, this is the best way. After that, they start working, moving abroad, living here. Sudo was sent to America. This fellow was sent to America for what? For to learn all that could be learned of surgery and medicine. So, being a doctor, we know it's not easy. But so, at 2020, he went America to learn surgery and medicines. So, the father finally gave him out to be something that he should be. Now what? His father saw him becoming. So now his father finally saw him that whatever his main strictness it was for, he finally becoming a famous surgeon. Okay? A surgeon but also a scientist. Now, like what kind of connection he had? Obviously, a man who's like, bringing up something new for us, something interesting. It's always that we have to be present at. So, a surgeon, okay, who's actually becoming famous. Now, what kind of surgeon he was if somebody asks him? Surgeons are very who just finally this, if you get normal stitches, they give you that. Surgeon who do big surgeries, brain surgeries के difference है, anesthesia वाले देने वाले difference है. Then, if you go for spinal cord, they have different. So, it's not the one surgeon we have. So, what? Sudo was perfecting a discovery which would render wounds entirely clean. Now, why he was given the title? Okay, understand that he was surgeon. Okay. Now, why was he given a title of a scientist by his father? You should know the mystery, right? I said surgeon as well as scientist. Now, obviously, scientist. Surgeon is someone who is actually doing some surgeries. Scientist is someone who's going to actually bring up something, invention. Yeah, invention we can say. So, what kind of connection a doctor and a scientist? So, he was trying to invent a thing that will render your wound. Wound matlab what? When you have somewhere you have got a hole, okay, and you got a hit and it's got a hole or something. How to heal it? That if I go for stitching, it should be like so clean that nobody can find it that I ever had a hit by somebody or many kuch karna hai. So when we fall and we get stitches, it shouldn't be visible. That kind of cleanness, render he wants to discover. Moreover, the journal might need an operation in India. So obviously, this is Japanese. He has to support Japan. As we are Indian, we are being told to boycott all Chinese stuff, even apps. Okay. So the same way, obviously, they even want this Dr. Swidow to be at the part of this. So journal obviously always want Dr. Sugo to assist him. Like he trusts him so much as a doctor that whatever happens to him, he is the part to look for it. Okay, obviously he has to give something to his army. Okay, being great doctor. So journal might need an operation at any time. Sudo was kept in Japan. So that's why he was being kept in Japan because anytime this fellow will need an operation because he was facing this. So now what? But in that case, Mr. Sudo, okay, the young, single, dynamic man, was kept in an American professor's house. Okay, he was being kept hidden in nothing but this play a treasure. Where I'll tell you, American professor's house. So this fellow house, American professor house. Then there was a man, obviously a professor, his wife, the annoying lady. दिन करके झगड़े करती है, okay? No other word but just argument, argument, and arguments. So now this fellow was kept, and Sudo and Hannah, coincidentally, Miss Hannah used to stay there. Obviously, we had some आंखों में इशारे होंगे. So the same thing happened. They were married, and now obviously she is a wife. So they both were there. They both were now standing. Okay, they both were married. He was young dynamic. He made it in America, got married. He was staying. We called Japan, and they were staying over there. Now there has to be something twist, right? It's going a story like a serial वाला. मिले शादी हो गई यहाँ पर उन लोगों को लेकर आए वो hidden secret talent चलते हैं ना जो movies में चलते रहते हैं. So now what? The student है ना was standing in veranda. They have no option. इतना उसकी wife का changes सुनने से जब they were standing in veranda and they saw a figure coming out of the sea. Obviously they were standing. It's night and they see somebody waving from there. They'll get scared. And they actually saw somebody coming waving from there. They rushed to the man and found him was badly injured. So saw a man who was being, came over the sea and he was badly injured. Okay. Now when the soldier touched the wound, अब वहाँ पर उसको लगा है and he's been injured in that part. So in that wound the blood started flowing. So when he touched it and see, immediately the blood started flowing. Obviously, being a doctor, for me, if I see it or you see it and you're not a doctor, we'll be panicked completely. क्या हो रहा है ये क्या हो रहा है? He's a doctor, he knows that the blood is going to flow out. So when Suda touched the, fine touched the wound, with the most ribbon of the beach. So as I said, the finest gardener always has, going on with doing the finest most thing in his gardening. So the moisture on the beach was there, and with that he tried to hold it. We keep the cotton and press it, or we keep the cabin tool and somebody who we should keep something to cover it to stop bleeding at least for some seconds to hold it tightly. Same thing the doctor did, okay? Obviously, whatever you teach, you have to teach. The same thing goes with doctor. So now further what? They were confused, but to the helping the man, they had no option. Obviously, if I'm seeing somebody dying, then I have no option but to help him be saved, right? Same thing goes on with this thing. Now what? They tried to say, but. He was a man who was not a man but a white man. Okay? So understand, he was nothing but a white man. Okay? He was not alien, but he was a white man that time. Okay? So a white man in their house, they, and he is a person who was turned into a prisoner. Okay, so you would certainly it's like कि अगर हम इसको घर लेकर गए और किसी ने आके देख लिया तो मैं hook or by hook हम तो जेल जाने वाले हैं, will be prisoner and surely we will इसको तो मार ही देंगे, इसको जेल में डाल देंगे, but हमें तो पक्का गोली से उड़ा देंगे because they are helping an enemy obviously. So through his cats, Sado came to know that he was an American prisoner. So finally got to know that he was an American prisoner. Now how? There was a letter, okay, now we know that we have seen quite videos in IGFB that Americans have that khaki clothes style and their cap is it's written US Army. Even Indian Army is being written. So in this cap, how they found it's written US Army. US Navy, we didn't say Army, Army is for us. They are very high profile people, So it's US Navy. Obviously, से पता चलता है कि भाई हम दोनों की बैंड बजने वाली है. Okay, so no option but to waive it. Screw us, yeah, okay. So finally decided we have no option. We have to show a kind of humanity because I'm a doctor. I can't let somebody die in front of me, right? So same thing happened. Finally decided they took him to the home in spite of the fear of servants because the servants will never allow an American to be part of it because सच्ची में मार देंगे यार. It's already the war zone going on and already I'm helping somebody. It's wrong. So they carried the Sudo carried him to his father. Okay, उसके father के रूम में वो लेकर गया, उसने वहाँ पर उसे रखा. Now Hannah and Sudo informed the servants. obviously they have to inform because they need help, they need certain things at home because they can't take him to the hospital. Now what? The gardener was furious. He was like, "Dan, what is happening? Oh my god, how can you bring him so, immediately? Overreactions? Yes. He told Hernandez Sudo or not to heal them. He said, tell Sudo not to heal that man. You have no option but to throw him or either give him to the army. Because first, he was shoot. The situation for that man was, he was shoot and then the sea got him. अब क्या हो गया इसको शूट किया गया था obviously if I shoot somebody and then he was being in the sea obviously the wound having covered up very deep and उससे पानी भी भरते गया होगा because it was being gun shoot so now what the sea caught him and the wounded him the rock और उससे जब गिरा obviously we don't know we are floating in the pain and might rock have hit him तो उस जगह पर अगर जोर से मारेंगे if you have got it over here कुछ लगा है मैं वहीं पर आके मारूं that bad sound right the same thing happens उसकी तो bad बजेगी he was being highly injured so Sana tried to save him okay he is a doctor he know how to do it so he tried to save him the gun and the sea would take him into but he knows that might the revenge is all about to come no way how but it will come so Yumi brought water Yumi who was she? No. Yumi was yet not knowing that she got the water. But when she shot the white man, she said, I am not helping you out. Hell with the job. Even if you pick me out, no matter, but I'll not do it. So Yumi refused to watch that miracle. Like, you have to clean first and then you can go for first aid. All the things. So she refused. Now, no option but being a wife duty, being a wonderful wife, being a patriotic lady to the, she helped Sado. Okay, who? Henna. Henna helped Sado to do all the things, whatever he is needed in with him. So, Henna herself had to do it. Sado decided to operate. He said, okay, now I'll operate, no option. He brought his surgeon emergency kit, everything, whatever there is on that. And Hannah asked Hannah to get some towel, obviously. So Hannah couldn't bear to see the object. If somebody tell me, okay, I am just right now in front, have no knowledge about anything medical, not strong with my health, and somebody is just cutting it in front of me and opening it, I'm dead. They are behosh, they are vomiting, they pata nahi kahan chali jaungi, completely unconscious mind. Same thing goes. Hannah couldn't bear to see the operation going. वो नहीं देख सकते. And then what happened? Before, going operation before her eyes, so what did she rushed out, and she started vomiting. So now that made the lovely, loving man, loving husband, Sudo, feel very angry that he says, because of you, prisoner, my wife is out, she's feeling vomiting, and I'm here operating you, and I can't go and see her. Then you're a doctor, what is the statement that I can't go and operate and you are ill? Come on, be a logical man, then what am I speaking? But obviously a loving man was his wife. So I couldn't go out and help her. When she returns, ask her to give them the anesthesia. So when she returned after being a bit conscious, he said that I needed anesthesia because if I don't give her it, while operating upon the prisoner, Sudo finally found the bullet. So finally found the bullet, took it out from the Tom's hole, and he remembered the words. So here, you 2 times, okay, 2 times here word, you will hear the word this. Anatomy professor. Anatomy professor. So I write the opposite words for you. So it's nothing but anatomy professor. What is the word? There are 2 times in your book you will find the great imagination anatomy professor had given him the mind to recollect certain things that he had been spoken long back during when he was teaching. So he said, the ignorance of human body is the surgeon's cardinal sin. अगर हम ह्यूमन बॉडी के कुछ चीज को इग्नोर करते हैं दैट वी आर कार्डिनल सिन कि हमें आत्मा ही नहीं है लाइक वी आर जस्ट व्हाट एंड टू ऑपरेट विदाउट as complete knowledge of human body is less than well. तो मुझे अगर उस चीज का कोई नॉलेज नहीं और मैं उस ह्यूमन बॉडी को ऑपरेट कर रहा हूँ तो मैं मर्डरर हूँ, और अगर मैं उसे बचा रहा हूँ तो आई एम अ गॉड सिन काइंड ऑफ थिंग. ओके, सो यू शुड हैव अ नॉलेज बिफोर यू गेट इनटू समथिंग. ऐसे होशियारी मार के जाने से कुछ नहीं होगा. So Sudha took out the bullet and injected a medicine, obviously, into him. After some time, the prisoner was in the senses. So finally, after some time, do the operation successfully, he came into the senses. Now what? He was afraid to find himself, obviously. मैं ऐसे बेहोश हूँ और कहीं मुझे कोई लेके मैं कहाँ आ गई वाला scene. So same thing happened with him. हम कहाँ आ गए? So Hannah tried to comfort him and like to relax. You are nowhere else but in this safe area because you have no option. So pseudo want अब ऐसे ऐसे देख रहे. Pseudo took him to talking about now the third day. Okay, slowly day was getting. He was being kept with them because he was still being he was being operated. तो हमें पता है अगर हमें कोई बड़ा ऑपरेशन होता है स्टिचेस रहता है तो we have been kept in a hospital for 10 days or maybe for 24 days or something like that. So depends on the operation, depends on your stitches how you recover. Unless and until you recover, doctor won't allow you to chalo operation हो गया दूसरे दिन निकलो. No, it won't happen. If it's a small, you might get leak, but not. So he was afraid, when Sudo wanted to see him for the third day after the operation, the man was sitting up. अब वो उठ के बैठ गया. अभी तुझे यहाँ stitches है, तू क्यों उठ के बैठ गया? So Sudo scolded the prisoner. Are you mad? He said, like, why are you woke up? ऐसे उठ के अचानक से बैठ गए. Do you know that you have stitches? You're still not recovered. And then he checked him up. That day he was gone over to the police. So like now this things like he knows that he is an American man. Okay. And he had one more things to do on, and now it's like we have to look for the safety too. अब ऑपरेट कर लिया, उसको ठीक करने का कोशिश कर रहे हैं. But now what if somebody from the army got to know? They will say that we are the person जो खुद के आर्मी के ही अगेंस्ट है. तो अब अगर ऐसा टाइटल मिलेगा तो कैसे चलेगा? Like if I am a person who's having a friendly bond with the other, who keeps on having a friendly communication with everyone. But someone suddenly comes and gives me a tagline that, oh, you are so mean. I'm like, what I did that I am the title. So that thing keeps on in the mind, and that was actually the war period. How the situation would be. People were, not having things to survive. They were actually running out of their things. They're living. Every people there at the time in the war, the people were dying. Lots of people died. Lots of life were went. Your families were vanished, everything was damaged, okay? So we can understand. The servants were totally against him and they don't want him to hide. So obviously the servants, they didn't want it to hide the American man, the Tom. Now obviously if everybody in the family is there, we have to look for certain things. The same thing goes. So Sudo examined his wound every day. Sudo used to look for his wound every day. His stitches, finally after some days, his stitches were completely pulled out. So now what? Now the seventh day. Now it was seventh day, and he had two things to do in that day. Okay, so we have to remember the main focus in the end of the chapter goes on. So the third day we got to know about third day what he did, and now let's come to the seventh day. Now what he did on the seventh day? Seventh day was something that he has two things to do. Two things. What was the first thing and what was the second thing? The first thing was the servant left altogether. Some servant okay, they left their job. So servant left their job. Now when they left their job, obviously एक बहुत बड़ी बात है. इतने सालों से from childhood they are together. तो हम उसके childhood से यहीं पर हैं, इसके साथ काम कर रहे हैं, इसके साथ ही रह रहे हैं. And suddenly, second, the messenger came to the home. One messenger arrived in an official uniform, okay, to who? Dr. Selu. Obviously, अगर अच्छा में ऐसी चीजें हो रही है कोई जर्नल ऑफिसर आ जाए, बैन बज जाएगी, right? So same thing happened. The messenger was here to inform that the journal's condition and wanted him to visit him. The journal condition is getting stable and he wanted him to visit him. Obviously, so कुछ अलग बात के लिए. So now that he had went to the journal, looked him, okay, because he was operating. So उसे देखा, उससे बात की. Now he in short, narrated all the things. जो भी चीजें starting से हुई, how this fellow came, how he helped him, everything, every single detail. सुडो ने जाके किसको बताया? जर्नल को. Journal completely in the favor of Sinu. This gives a complete relaxation to the whole story. Like I am getting a statement. Yes, from a wrong person. My enemy stand up for me and says, "No, ma'am, he is not a mean person." जो relaxation feel होती है ना वो statement से after getting all the negative stuff is different than what we hear it. The same thing happened that he was completely in the favor of Sudo journal. So the journal trusted no doctor except Sudo because he don't trust anyone except Sudo because he was operating, he was there completely for him when he was in the background condition. So एक humanity उसने दिखाई. वो चाहता था उसके ऊपर immediately action ले सकता था. नहीं कि तूने उस टाइम पे क्यों नहीं बताया and why you didn't made it so ruthless and stuff. But he did it. He supported him. He was there with him. Okay, he was looking for the things. Now the journal gave him an idea, like why he is also a mean person. Let's take a one twist of it. This person was completely in the favor of Sudo. Why? He was a man of Japanese army. Obviously, he was Japanese. This was also Japanese. Why is trusted? Because इसने अपनी सारी पढ़ाई एक जापानी person से ही की है. So he is not out of his culture. He is not out of his religion. He is actually following everything. That's why they are in love. So many things. Okay. What if he's gone to America? Might have Nomi would have been an American professor. He would have studied from there. He wouldn't even have trusted him in single point. Okay, he would have said, "हाँ, तो American है, तूने उनकी support की है." So this gave me a twist about this fellow, but journal was Shiru to combine the German ruthlessness and American sentiment within him. So he says, yes, you have both the things together in it. Like you have sentiments, but you have to be ruthlessness. So कहीं कहीं तुम्हें mean भी बनना पड़ेगा और कहीं कहीं तुम्हें अच्छा भी बनना पड़ेगा. So finally the journals gave him an idea कि अब इसको हम यहाँ से कैसे रफा दफा करें. अब जब टॉम को यहाँ से करना है तो he said, now to get rid of the prisoner you have that to keep the outer partition of the prisoner's room open. उसके बाहर का दरवाजा जो है prisoner का वो तुम्हें खुला छोड़ना है. And I will send two assassins. मतलब I will send two person जो उस दिन एक दिन को तो जो एकदम उसको आके साइलेंटली उसको मार देंगे और तुम्हें पता भी नहीं चलेगा और उसकी बॉडी वहां से गुम भी हो चुकी होगी. सो लुक एट द आइडिया. एकदम शांत में से आना है. I'll come in a very silent mode. I'll kill somebody and rush. पता भी नहीं चलेगा उसकी बॉडी को कहां ठिकाने लगा है. पूरा CID एक्शन मोड में है. So Sudo had no option but he has to accept it because उसको रहना है. He has family to look for. So what happened is Sudo waited for 3 days. अब ये सब चीजें होने के बाद it's been 3 days, okay? 3 days हो चुके हैं कि वो अभी तक क्या कर रहा है? वेट कर रहा है वो दो assistants आने का. Now but versus game. Finally अब उसने सोचा कि नहीं अब मैं और वेट नहीं करूँगा. Let me get an idea and make him happy. So he told the prisoner that he would provide him with a boat, extra food and clothing, and he had to row the boat to nearby. अब उसको सीधा बोला तुझे यहाँ से कोई nearby island में जाके बैठना पड़ेगा. मैं तुझे extra खाना, कपड़े और एक boat दे रहा हूँ. But to please जा, you have no option. But if you say yeah, things will rule. So in the night, Sudo gave the prisoner a flashlight. अब रात के टाइम हो गया उसको जाने का तैयारी कर रहा है. उसने उसको flashlight दिया. अब वो flashlight का instruction क्या था? उसने food भी दिया. Okay. Before he could catch a boat, he was to signal to flash it. Before he could catch, अगर वो जब तक वो boat पकड़े, जब वो boat में चढ़ेगा, he has to give me 2 flash signals. Okay. Not like ऐसे 2 time giving a flash. Then I finally got it and I'm finally at the safe. Now when the sun drop over the horizon, okay, जब sun डूबेगा horizon side में, and if he was all right, अब वो वहाँ पर ही है उस line में वो जिंदा है, he is all fit and fine, he has to signal me once. वहाँ पर पहुँचेगा मुझे एक बार उसको not like twice, one time he has to give me a turn signal. So flashlight was the main signal zone. Okay, so if we say what are the secret stuff, so it was signal of flashlight. Okay, nothing but of flashbacks. So उससे उसे पता चलेगा कि yeah, finally he safe. So if I pause here and say before I get to the end, what define the character of Sudo? Sudo is somebody who is actually being a patriotic at some point. Yes, he turned me, but he has a humanity. A humanity that doctor can never be a person who differentiate between things, who can differentiate between what the surrounding is all about, right? A doctor has to be a person who is being treated, has to be as a god, and he cannot differentiate between poor, rich, this nation person, that nation person, black, white, nothing. He has to be neutral. Neutral person who look everything there. Like if I pray a one god, and people say, "Arey, you don't belong to this god." God of one. Even though I take hundreds of name of the god, but from a heart you one, right? So that way all should be knowing the thing. So same thing happened that being a doctor, he never showed his negative point. Like why if he Sudo had an option, then he would have left that man there and would have walked his way and let him die. But he didn't choose. He chose to be the right path. He chose to be at the place where everything was fine. Right? It's the same thing. So when we look, later Sudo was called to the journal and he reported. वापस journal ने उसे बुलाया था और उसने ये सारी चीजें उसको रिपोर्ट की कि ऐसे ऐसे मैंने किया. The servant returned after the man was gone. The servant also came back because the American white man was gone. The prisoner was safe, and so in turn Sudo himself was safe. Right? And then what? Sudo was safe, prisoner was also safe. But when you read it, the end is actually like the man, the Sudo, is actually same in the American professor's house. He is thinking about his wife is searching, murmuring every time. He is just avoiding it, and his mind is roaming somewhere else. He says at the end, strange things like why I couldn't do the people over here I'm getting irritated with, the people are different, our reactions certain different. But American are we say ruthless and different Japanese have their own sentiment stuff. Why I couldn't able to do anything when that strange man was in front of me? Hello, why I couldn't get any reaction? It was just a reaction that I could have that I want to help him. Maybe that is something a bond or maybe something that a humanity part that I have. So the strange thing carries a question mark at the end. So if I want you to conclude it, or I give you a conclusion, it's nothing but like a man, a doctor is being neutral. He has a humanity, even though he was being given title that you are a Japanese person, you are not supposed to go out of the war rules. Every human has certain human qualities, and I think if a human and human can't show humanism and humanity towards each other, there is no need to accept an animal to be a human, showing their humanity to us, showing their good deeds to us. Like in front, if I am hitting a man who's very poor, sitting in the road and begging, and hitting him with the sword, and I just don't want the dog to bark at me. Why? Because I am a man who's just walking his way, doing nothing. Then why you hit that man? There is a humanity goes. So when you accept someone to be your human, showing you the humanity, always keep remember that you have to show it the same. Unless you show, unless you show that how are you actually, how you're presentable, your nature, and unless and until being satisfied by somebody, nobody comes and approach you. Nobody loves to talk to a person who have just been in their own world, irritating everybody. Okay, unless and until you come and talk to me, I come and talk to you. We approach each other for the talk. There is nothing gonna happen. There is no talking, no communication, right? Unless and you question me and clear your doubts, and I don't know whether you understood or not. Till you don't question me, how you will get to know that things are actually running in your mind? There will be some people who can read your mind, but not every time. Man. If you people start reading each other mind, ना, तो बहुत झमेला हो जाएगा. पता नहीं कैसे है क्या. So the story is giving us a lesson that it is nothing but the bond that every person shared, even though it's a war time. Some person has to be neutral, okay? Because it was not the fault of a Tom that he came up. It was not the fault of the Sudo that he was in. It was not even fault of the journal because he actually helped him in some favor. I can say otherwise, उसको पूरा chance था इसको दोनों को एक साथ बोल सकता है. So the chapter, the enemy talks about nation war, but even talks about Even though there is an enemy, there is somewhere or the other we have to show humanity. And I hope that's most of clear with you. And even you got the clearance of the author, the writer who was talking about this. So I hope it's all done and you're having a good time. So I close for the day. Bye guys.